No, you are not dreaming. I have finally uploaded a YouTube video. In my last video, at the end, I said if we hit 5.5k subscribers, I would do a face reveal and a mega Q&A. Well, I am a bit past 5.5k, but here it is. And I mean, hey, let's not waste time. Let's get straight to the face reveal. And here I am, PLG Nova. It's funny because if I made this video the time I was supposed to make it, I would look quite different. I mean, my hair would go down to my shoulders. I'll be a lot fatter, and I would be a lot more white. But let's just get started with this. So I mean, as I said earlier, I'm gonna be doing a Q&A, and I mean there were like 100 questions in the last video. So unfortunately, I know I set out to answer all of them, but I was not expecting that many questions. So I'm only gonna do like the top like 30 or 40 like genuine questions, like the best ones. And for my second channel, then I'll do the rest, because it's just, otherwise this video would be like an hour long. If you're just here for like one specific question, go down to the description. There are timestamps for every single one, so if you don't want to see some of the dumb ones, so if you have like a specific one you want to see, then just skip to it. Anyway, let's get started with question number 1. Will I be active this year in terms of content? Funny, because that question was asked back in 2024. So technically it's already been answered, but for 2025, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The answer, I'm just not. I'm not gonna be very active. I still do plan to upload 2 more videos after this. This is part of my last 3 video series, at least on my main. My second channel, I might be uploading on that for quite a while. But those are going to be pretty dumb videos, as y'all know. But yeah, I mean, that's basically the truth. Don't you get a skin in-game if you hit 5.5k? What skin would you add? So I found out quite a long time ago now that it's actually not 5.5k, it's just 5k. So yes, you do get a skin, but you have to be CC, which I am no longer CC. So the only way for me to get a skin would be for me to ask the devs again. Now I would, but I just don't know if they would actually, like, I don't think they would accept it. But if y'all like tell me in the comments, maybe like the video, I will happily send them a DM asking, even though they'll probably say no. But I mean, if y'all really want a skin from me, please just let me know and I'll do it. But what skin I would add? It would definitely be, I mean, I've always hinted at the Nova crackshot. So I do have ideas for other ones, but if there were to be a skin, it would definitely be the Nova crackshot, 100%. I think I have such a cool design for it. Will you release the EWA events? So, in case if you don't already know, I have 3 EWA events up on my channel, but there were actually a total of 5 EWA events that happened. Oh, my bad. EWA event number 4, I won, but the footage to that got corrupted when I bought my new PC and transferred all the data to it. It was like an MKV or something. I don't know. I don't even know how that happened, but it did. So that one's gone to the shitter. But EWA event 5, not only was that footage just horrible from the beginning, there were like 8 people in VC. Like, you couldn't even hear what anybody like was saying. Like, it would be a horrible watch. It was not a good one. I didn't even win, but even if I did, again, it would just not be that good of a video. What are my thoughts on K4? Very positive. I mean, I don't think I really could have asked for a better, like, online friend, online, like, duo, I guess. Dude, how does this kid in chat know? Oh, I forgot to change my skin and my name. Oh my god, that's so funny. No, I really could have not asked for, like, a better CC duo to do YouTube with. I mean, we just work perfectly. I mean, y'all know how he is. I mean, he's just really easy to work with, so yeah, we're probably gonna do one final video together if he's still down for it. I mean, I don't even know what he does nowadays. But hey, again, if y'all want to see another final like wheel spin, collab, whatever, tell me in the comments, bro. I'll do it. Who inspired me to become a Shell Shockers YouTuber? So, like, when I first discovered this game back in like 6th grade, I was always one of those kids that wanted to like impress like my friends at school with like how good I was at stuff. So I would look up on YouTube like how to get good at Shell Shockers, or like Shell Shockers tips and stuff. And the first 2 people that would show up were always Hazmat and Professor Jax. Y'all definitely know Hazmat, but maybe some of y'all don't know Professor Jax. But yeah, you would watch Hazmat, and then you would be like, holy crap, this guy is like actually crazy at the game, and he would get like tens of thousands of views. And then you would watch Professor Jax, and you're like, holy cow, this guy has made Shell Shockers entertaining, because he actually just had good video ideas. So I thought, like, what if I combined the skill of Hazmat and like the creativity of Professor Jax? And that's what really started my channel. Now, did I succeed in that at the start? Absolutely not. I mean, I made pretty low quality videos, I think y'all can tell. But I think nowadays, maybe I have, I don't know. Y'all would have to tell me, but yeah, those 2 are definitely I mean, I guess Swee is also there. I watched a little bit of Swee, but definitely not as much as Hazmat and Jax. Alright, number 6. How to get better at Shell Shockers. Okay, I've probably been asked that like maybe like 200 something times. But if we're going that general, there are like 3 things you can do. The first one, just to get it out the way, just freaking actually play the game. I feel like some people watch more Shell Shockers than they play, and then they get angry that they suck at the game. So, I mean, maybe chill out on like all the Twitch streamers and stuff. But it's kind of ironic because my second tip is to watch the best players. So, I mean, I don't mean just binge watch like, I don't know, Shell League or my videos. Actually try to understand why. Like, for example, why would I pre-fire... Ironic. I just got pre-fired. Like, why would I pre-fire specific, angles and not other angles? I swear, sometimes I see people, like, pre-firing the most random, like, angles that make 0 sense just because they see, like, Swee or some other top-level player do it. Actually understand why they do it. You don't just mimic it. You understand their gameplay. So yeah, definitely actually play the game and learn from the best by watching their content. Now, the third one, which I'd honestly say is probably more important than the second one, is get out of your comfort zone. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're a crackshot player and you're playing in a kind of a tiny map like this. Don't just run shotgun. Actually run the crack shot, because you're gonna to get better, you have to get in those uncomfortable situations where it's kind of close range. This map may not be the perfect example of it, but like what's it called, Moonbase, you rarely see crack shot players on that because it's such a tiny map. If you want to get better at the crack shot, you have to accept that you're gonna have to get in these uncomfortable situations. That's how you get so good at close range, and that goes for shotgun users as well. If you're in like a large map like a feedlot, don't just switch to crackshot. Learn how to rush those long-range users with short-range guns like shotgun and whipper. Another example is start playing FFA. I mean, y'all see so many noobs on teams, Capsula the Spatula, King of the Coop, and that's because they're scared to go to FFA, because FFA is obviously harder. And I mean, when I made my change to those game modes to FFA, I got like 5 times better. Okay, that's just one thing you gotta do. So, there's obviously other examples, but those are definitely 2 of the main ones for newer players that I would suggest. How have you changed since the start of PLG Nova? Kind of a deep question, but I'll definitely say... I mean, obviously I've changed a lot, but what y'all can see, like, through my videos is probably my ego. Because, I mean, during, like, the EWA events and stuff, like, I was, like, 12, 13 years old. And I mean, I genuinely really had an ego over shell shockers. But now, like, I would say maybe 2023, 2022, like late 2022, most of like my egotistical jokes and like bragging, it was low-key kind of just an act. And that's because I knew my audience. I knew most of my audience were just shell kids, and that's what they like to see. They like to see pretty overly confident, dramatic creators. So that's kind of what I tried to be. Even though that was real during like 2022, like early 2022, it was definitely not as real as it was later on. What are some videos you think will help my channel? That's a good question, because some people may say very different things, and those things could be kind of dangerous in my opinion. I would say the ones you should definitely stay away from are how to get code videos, giveaway videos, and like shell shockers hacks. Now on paper, you may see those get like 20,000 views every time, and that's because they do. They have a very high search traffic on YouTube, so they're always going to get 10,000, 20,000 views, and that may seem attractive to a lot of smaller creators. But the problem with that is, let's say you make a giveaway video, it gets 8,000 views, you gain 100 subs, you're doing well. But then your next video is like shell shockers pistol only challenge. That only gets 500 views and maybe 12 subscribers. I mean, the reason why that happens is just because once you upload one of those videos, I almost call it like artificial growth, because it's inflated numbers. It's people aren't there to actually watch your content. They're just there for the code. So it gives you like a false audience. That not a permanent audience at all. So what videos actually do give you a permanent audience? There's not really a formula to it, but that's kind of the good thing. There's not a right answer. It's mainly just genuinely original content that will get you those views and will keep those views. And what I mean by original content, I don't even just mean like original video ideas. You can add twists to videos that have already been made. I hear so many CCs complain nowadays about how hard it is to make YouTube content for shell shockers, and that's why they start streaming. I honestly disagree. I say it's the opposite. I think now, more than ever, it is easier to make shell shockers content on YouTube. And that's because the main reason is almost nobody does commentary, because commentary is the easiest way to put your own spin onto into shell shockers videos. Like, if you're genuinely entertaining and funny, you could do a kill streak video, 35 kill streak video, but if it has commentary, dude, it won't, to your audience, it won't even feel like they're watching a kill streak video. So yeah, just put your own twist to stuff. And I mean, imagine if you did commentary plus genuine original ideas. Boom. I mean, like, y'all saw the health mod video, at least most of y'all did. And I mean, that got a lot of views, but I mean, it was just a basic mod showcase. But what people were there for, if you go to like the, I guess like the replay bar, like when you hover over the YouTube bar and you see where the most replay sections are, they're only replayed on the parts with commentary. So people were not there for necessarily the mod, they were there for the commentary, to be entertained. Which YouTube video took the longest to make? Probably, okay, the longest to record was like 200,000 kills. I mean, I just had to record 1,000 kills. And then the longest to edit, I think, was EWA Event 3. I think that took like, what, 16 hours or something? I mean, that was a huge video. Is there a video I wish got more views? Probably, I would say, definitely my newest video. I thought that was a really well-made, funny video. I mean, how many does it have? Like 12K? I mean, like, don't get me wrong, 12K is a lot of views. But compared to my 25, 30, 40K view videos, I mean, it's just not a lot. Another one I would say is probably maybe 200,000 kills. And I mean, that has like 20k, which again is a lot. But compared to 100,000 kills, I mean, you would expect 200,000 kills to have more. I think 100,000 kills has what, like 65,000? That's a lot. But nowhere, no, like 200k doesn't have anywhere close to that. So I think that also deserves a bit more, but that's just my opinion. What are some things I'll change about shell shockers? Quite a lot. And what I'm about to say, most of y'all might not really think about when you're playing the game. But I would argue shell shockers, or Blizzard Digital I should say, should definitely invest more into advertising like they used to back in the day. 2018, 2019, 2020. I mean, back then, you would go on any of those like unblocked game websites, shell shockers would be the first one up there every time. And the reason why that's important, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but just nobody really plays the game anymore. Honestly, right now, I mean, it is peak hours. It's like 3 o'clock. I don't know if that's peak hours, actually. I think a little bit later is peak hours. But back then, you could play at any time of the day, and you would have a full lobby. Any server, full lobby, any time of the day. Now, you have to, like, plan out your day on it, whether you want to play shell shockers or not, if you want a full lobby. Like, I can't even play at night anymore, because there's only, like, 5 people on. Like, even sometimes at peak hours, I mean, this is not a full lobby. This is a decently full lobby, but it's not a full lobby. But, like, out of all of the servers, the US servers, sorry, the 3 US servers, West, East, and Central, I would say on any given time, maybe 2 lobbies are relatively full. And even if they're not, or even if they are, you play on it for 20 minutes, it's dead. So, what's the point? That did not happen back then. Another change they should definitely do is profiles. I mean, a profile update would add so much. Imagine, like, we all had our unique usernames. I mean, that would add, you could do so much with that. Friend requests. You could do, leaderboards. Holy. Bro, imagine if shell shockers had leaderboards, like most kills, most eggs. Dude, that would be so cool. But I don't know why they don't. I don't know if it's something with their servers or something, they can't handle it, but I mean, they could have so much. Another thing. I think this isn't really an update, but this is definitely something they should change. Is bro. I mean, they're doing better with it now, but most updates don't even feel like updates. Like, the most recent update that actually felt like an update were these challenges. And I mean, there's still a lot they could do with it. They could do weekly challenges, they could do monthly challenges, and instead of it just giving eggs, it could give like a custom, not a custom, but like its own skin, like crackshot skin or skin set even, if you complete all the monthly challenges and stuff. And you can only get that skin by doing those challenges. And continuing on with about how updates don't even feel like updates, I mean, it's kind of true, bro. It's just map rotations and skin rotations most of the time. And if we're lucky, we get either a new skin set or like a new, like, I don't know, UI change or something. Like, I'm fine with the map rotations, but the skin rotations, bro, like, can you not even make it at least a little bit different? Like, change one of the colors or put, like, the year on it. Like, imagine if I had 5 different of these Easter sets. But it can be the same color, but it has, like, its year on it and stuff. Like, I don't know. I felt like that would add so much. How old am I? I'm 17 years old right now. But when y'all were watching me, I was 13, 14, even 12. Like, early on, I was even 11 years old. Like, when y'all were watching me, bro, I was young. I was really young. But what has been your largest struggle in life? That is a pretty tough one. This might not be, like, the hardest struggle, but it just kind of came to my mind. This is so vague, but it's probably just like accepting change, because I don't know, I was so close-minded back then. I mean, I would not listen. Like, if someone had a different opinion or viewpoint than me, I would not listen to them, even for a little bit. Which, I mean, that's so dangerous, to your mindset, to, I mean, everything, your future. Like, even if you've lived with an ideology for your entire life, if someone says something that sounds completely stupid to you, just consider it, even for a little bit. I mean, if everybody considered every, like, situation, idea to its full potential, every factor is accounted 100%, bro, we would have, like, a whole different society, bro. It would be a lot better, but that's impossible, so. I mean, yeah, that was very hard for me to do, and I mean, that was low-key recent. That was like, I probably I would say I finally, like, succeeded in that, only, like, a year and a half ago. Yeah, but, I mean, the worst part about it, too, is most, like, closed-minded people don't even know they're closed-minded. That's why it's so dangerous, but even, again, like I said, if someone says something completely stupid sounding to you, just consider it, bro. You might find something else. Okay, back to a normal question. How many hours have I played? I mean, there's no way it's less than 3,000. It's just not, like, maybe I'm at 4,000, maybe. That might be a little bit too much, but there's no way it is less than 3,000 hours. I mean, I've been playing for almost 6 years, and for like 3 to 4 years, I was consistent, like, hours every day. So I mean, there's no way it's less than 3. So I would say like 3,500 is probably the safest estimate. Unfortunately, that is the safest estimate. What are the last 5 things in my search history? Okay, I have to blur some of these because they kind of expose my location. Yeah, it's mainly just soccer stuff, programming stuff. What's the biggest advice I have for players to make it to the next level? Alright, so what I think you mean by next level, I expect, like, you're already at that, like, skill cap where, like, most competitive shell, like, the average, like, shell ranked, I don't even know if shell ranked is a thing anymore, but the average, like, shell ranked player, I mean, you're good at the game, but you're just kind of there to fill up the roster, you know? Like, you want to get to that Gibby, you want to get to that Yeggs, Dark Lord, you want to get to that level. There's one thing that I really think applies to those players that don't apply to most. And the first thing, this isn't the actual answer, but this is just this is like a prerequisite, to achieve that level. You have to have this foundation before you can even think about being at that level. But Shell Shockers has to be automatic for you. Playing the game should be, like, you should be able to play on autopilot. You should be able to have a full conversation, kind of like how I am now, while still playing the game and performing at a high level. I want to say I'm performing at a high level, but in my prime, I definitely was. I mean, you've seen me do it multiple times where I've just, like, been talking and, like, I'm still, like, killing people. Like, I'm not even thinking about the game. I have no idea what has been happening on the game at all, but I'm still just playing. So, definitely a requirement is you just have to be able to play this on autopilot. Now, once you have the game on autopilot, then you can move on to the real step, which is, I guess, looking forward in your game, in time. Now, that could mean a lot of things. When most people hear that, they think, oh, pre-fires, oh, good nades. And yes, that's kind of like the tip of the iceberg level of it, though. What most top level players can do that, like, average competitive players can't, is they focus more on their opponent than on themselves. Because if your game is on autopilot, why do you need to focus on what you're doing? You need to focus on what your opponent is doing, what it's about to do, and what it already has done. Now, I could honestly make, like, a whole separate video on this topic, but I guess, like, the basis of it is understanding that every opponent is different in some way, and you have to identify those differences and abuse them. You basically have to be adaptive. Like this is such a simple example, but this might get like a basic understanding for you. Let's say my opponent is super aggressive. He's always rushing. The obvious thing to do, back down. Don't rush. Unless if you feel really confident about your aggressive playing ability, then you should do the opposite. Make sure you keep the distance. If you're better at long range than he is, keep the distance. But let's say you have a different opponent now who's really good at long range and really crap at short range. Then you have to adapt your playstyle to be more aggressive. And again, that is the most basic way of it, but it is just abusing those differences and being unpredictable in your playstyle because it is always changing. And like I said, I can do a whole like hour-long video on this when I go into deeper, more complex examples. What are some of my hobbies outside of video games? Good question. Right now, and for quite a while, it has been boxing. I don't even know why I like boxing so much, or like martial arts in general. I don't even watch it that much. I mean, I watch like the big fights, but I don't know, bro. I mean, I enrolled in a boxing gym now, bro. I'm getting pretty decent at it. I'm very good with abusing my range. I'm very quick. But I mean, I've been spending 4 hours a day on training. 2 of those hours are usually in that gym, 2 are at home. But yeah, no, I've been grinding low key. That's almost like past the hobby. It's more of an obsession. Another hobby I'd say is I guess software development. I've been doing that quite a bit because that's kind of what I want to do in the future. So I, kind of got to get ahead of the game in that field, especially nowadays, especially with like AI and the saturation in computer science jobs. Another hobby, soccer, like football. Sorry, I mean I'm actually Brazilian, if you didn't know, so kind of have to be good at that game. I'm not very good, but I do enjoy playing it. How do I come up with video ideas? That's a good question. I have to think back now because it's been a minute. But it's usually just variations of what people have already made. Like, I saw grenade only challenge by some YouTuber, and I decided to, instead of grenade only, let's do pistol only. I made that. It's very rarely completely 100% original. It's usually some variation, or how I've mentioned earlier with putting my own spin to things. One thing that I do suggest nowadays when it comes to YouTube is definitely start doing more collaborations, because solo videos, even with commentary, they're kind of difficult to do like continuously, like every single week. But with someone else, like how I had K4, I mean, and like Viking Ewa and stuff, I mean, bro, it's so easy. You can do videos all the time. Like spin the wheel challenge. Me and K4, we didn't think of that. People have already done it. It's just nobody has done it with 2 people. But yeah, I still have a notepad of like 40 different, well, not 40 anymore. Like now it's 20. Like 20 different video ideas. And hey, maybe when I quit, maybe I'll leak the notepad, because there's some pretty good ideas there. Although like half of them are low-key not even up to my standard anymore, because I made them like years ago. What does Shell Shockers mean to me? Okay, Shell Shockers is the platform in which I've been able to express myself to an audience that has helped me grow and learn as a person. That's pretty good. That's a highly intellectual. I made it sound so much more serious than it is. It doesn't mean that much to me anymore, but I guess if I had to put it technically, that's what it would be. Was or is my channel a big part of my life? Definitely not anymore. But was? Arguably, yeah, it was pretty important. Because, I mean, y'all know, I started this channel like 6th grade, but then COVID hit, and I had to do online school. Now, I did online school the entire year, so I had zero social interaction. Now, that was a problem because when I came back to school 8th grade, I was so awkward, bro. I could not even talk to people. I couldn't dap them up, bro. I didn't even know how to. It was bad. But I still had one friend that I could talk to, and he introduced me to his new friend group. And he was like, guys, this guy's the best shell shockers player I've ever seen in my life. So I didn't even know how to talk to people, but I made some friends through my skill in shell shockers because they were like, oh, I bet he can't beat I bet he can't beat me. And I mean, I would clap all of them. I mean, I was just the best, like probably one of the best in the school. It was literally, I gained friends through my shell shockers channel, my skill in shell shockers. But after freshman year, that was not a problem anymore. And people slowly forgot that I did shell shockers YouTube, thankfully. Yeah, not a lot of people know about it now, but back then, 8th grade, bro, that's what people knew me for, bro. And I mean, it's a little embarrassing, but I had to start somewhere, you know? I had to get friends somehow. How do you get good with crackshot? Okay. I mean, it's kind of what I've been saying earlier about getting out of your comfort zone, looking ahead in time, like establishing play styles, stuff like that. I mean, one thing that you should definitely be like aware of, because I see it a lot in those tutorial videos, like how to go to crackshot. But really, aim trainers, I mean, just because of the fact that crackshot is one shot, yes, you do have to have very good aim to be exceptional with this gun. But aim trainers honestly don't really help that much. I've used quite a few. I mean, they helped with other games like Fortnite, COD, but shell shockers, its movement is so different that honestly, I mean, shell shockers is your aim trainer. And I mean, if you don't want to like lose KDR and stuff, bro, just sign out, bro, and just play. Aim trainers are not going to help with this game, if I'm being honest. Unless if you are completely brain dead when it comes to aim, yeah, maybe it'll help. But if you already have like a solid foundation with aim, just play the game more, bro. How do you mix schoolwork balance and creating content? That's a really good question, because I'm not even I should not even really be answering this. I mean, I'm quite known for having a horrible upload schedule, and half of the reason is just school, bro. I mean, the other reason is obviously just lack of passion, but I mean, it's all about priorities, really. Really, before you start a channel, really identify, okay, what do I prioritize more? Honestly, back then in middle school, I was like, okay, shell shockers is low-key more of a priority to me than school. Should that have been the case? No, it shouldn't have, but that's probably why I uploaded a whole lot more back then. Depends what level of school you're on now, because I mean, middle school homework would take like 15 minutes, and it was done. Now, it does not take 15 minutes. So really, again, identify what are my priorities and how should I act according to that list of priorities. So yeah, probably not the best answer, but I am not the best one to answer it. So there you go. Do I still have my CC badge? As you can see, well, I'm signed out right now, but as you have seen, I have not had my CC for quite a while. I got it removed long time ago, like I said, and it was kind of funny how I got removed, because when the mid-month update rolled out, like half of the YouTuber CCs got their CC badge removed, and they were complaining about it, and mine did as well, except after like a week it got reverted, except for mine. Actually, there may have been others, but mine did not get reverted back. And I wasn't gonna be one of those kids that were like, hey, you need to give me my CC badge back, because I think you made an error here, and you need to fix it for me, otherwise I'm gonna crash out. I was not gonna be that dumb, because I knew I wasn't exactly the most upstanding person in the community, and I did not upload for a while, so I knew why my CC got removed. So I don't have it, but like I said at the start of the video, if y'all want it, let me know, and I will ask in the most polite way I possibly can for it back. Have I ever played competitive Shell? Yes. But that was actually earlier than y'all might think. That was back in 2021 when I kind of took a whole break from YouTube. I was part of a clan at the time called Raid. Y'all might know now as TK. We were in like I think we were in like Tide League and like some Alpha League, whatnot. I mean, we were not that good. I've only played in Shell League one time. Now, one thing that's funny though, speaking about Shell League, dude, I've been invited into so many different like top level clans, and I've joined a lot of them. I've been on their roster. Let me just name a few: LEV, Blaze, NPS. I was in the NPS roster and in the private server. I was also in the Gang private server and roster. Gang was very serious about getting me into leagues or into games. Dude, I just never played. I don't know why. I played the game like pubs, but I don't know. I was never that big into competitive. I think it was just because I didn't like the toxicity at the time. I think it's a little better now, but I don't know. I was never too big into it. Once I heard that PLG was revived, I became a little interested, but then it got like nuked or something. Why have I been gone so long? I mean, I've kind of hinted at it earlier. Lack of passion, other things in life. It's shell shockers. I mean, like, I'm not gonna play this forever. Why don't you do giveaways? I do giveaways. At the end of my videos, most of them, there's usually a giveaway. There's not going to be one for this video, so don't skip to the end, okay? I don't have codes. That's a lie, actually. I have 2 codes, but they're for the next video. They're not for this one. And you'll see why. Y'all might know what my next video is. Some of y'all might know what my next video is. And like I said, I don't have CC, so I don't get codes. I only get them from winning events. Can you give me any Shell Shockers codes? That was worded really weird, so I kind of changed it up a little bit. But, I think I've been asked that question close to 1,000. The answer is no, and it will forever be no, okay? Chill. Do I have a girlfriend? Not right now. But, in some of my earlier videos, I did have one, and she was in those videos. My world record kill streak she was in. She was like some other second channel ones. But yeah, I mean, that relationship kind of ended like, I guess, the average freshman high school relationship, so, yeah. Do I have a job? No, I don't have a job. I don't even know what that means. Don't ask me it ever again. How big? I'm not gonna answer that. Can you 1v1 me? No. Okay, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the MVP of BBC League. I don't care if you're part of ABG Clan, bro. I don't care, bro. Unless if you're Gibby, and even if Gibby asked to 1v1 me right now, I would be like, I don't even know, bro. I don't even play the game anymore. Okay? Like, bro, I don't care, bro. I'm not gonna 1v1 you, bro. It takes time out of my day, bro. You have to be a lot more important, okay, for me to even consider 1v1ing you, okay? I know I sound like a freaking asshole celebrity, but like, I've been asked that question genuinely. That one I've been asked over 1,000 times. I know that for a fact. Happens all the time in chat, happens all the time in Discord, comment section, literally everywhere that you can find me, I have been asked that question. Even Instagram. I'm not even joking. Someone found my Instagram and asked me to 1v1. And finally, for the last question, what editing software do you use? Right now, I use Filmora or Wondershare Filmora, like 14, I think. But when I actually made a lot more videos, it was like Filmora 10 or 11 or something. Now that editing software, I mean, it's not the most professional, but it works for my style of content, like more goofy, silly ones. But if you want to do like the videos like Elixir, Gibby, the editing gods, like I don't know what they used to be honest, like Sony Vegas or something. I don't even know if people still use that. But there's the video.